That's the side a lot of people don't see about long distance cycle touring. It's lonely. It's isolating you. You live on a couple of chats that you wouldn't really have in normal life, but you just have them because it's a chat. Someone to talk to, and it's really quite strange what it makes of you. I'm on one hand really enjoying it. On the other hand, I hate it now. It's just. It's just, but I think that's just normal, and a lot of people don't tell you that. They say, oh, it's all nice and whatever, but it's actually not really. It looks like a nice sunrise over there, 6 a.m. start. The time's changed quite significantly here, so since I left Adelaide I've lost basically 2.5 hours. 1.5 hours to heading west and another hour to the fact that Perth is not on daylight savings time. So today is going to be the longest road in Australia, 90 miles straight. So this is going to be a challenge. I had a really shitty day yesterday coming into here. Big headwinds and I was struggling. I buggered my knee a wee bit as well, but it should be alright today because I'm just going on a straight road, so hopefully that won't bother me today. Yeah, much more positive today than yesterday. Pitch black, 6:15, earlier start than yesterday. It's really nice outside at the moment. I wish the temperature would stay like this all day, but it won't. I'll get up to 30, 35, almost 40 in the sunshine, so at the moment it's, I guess, around about 20 degrees, very, very pleasant, very mild. And I'm heading towards Seduna today, which is the official start of the Nullarbor. From there it's about 1,000 kilometers across the Nullarbor plain. So yeah, I think I'm just going to settle with early starts for the next couple of days. It's probably the only way to escape the heat. Looks like the wind's going to be quite in my favor, so yeah, 209 kilometers to go from here to Seduna, where I'm trying to get to for tonight. Arrived in Adelaide on Friday and now I'm back on the bike, and I get a sense already here what the next weeks are going to be like. I think it's at this stage quite difficult to comprehend the sheer scale of what's ahead. A massive, huge desert, days and days and days of isolation, so overwhelming. At the same time, I think for me quite fascinating, because I had similar situations in the US, and it will be really challenging. I mean, absolutely no doubt about this, but it will also be possibly one of the most wonderful times I have riding. Open skies, open roads, just nothing on the horizon. Today I'm traveling up towards Clare and then on to Melrose tomorrow, and once I hit Port Augusta I'm going to be heading westbound towards the Nullarbor. So I've repacked the bike, I emptied one of my salsa bags and put a 4-litre reservoir with water in there, so I'll have enough water to camp out. I've also repacked the whole frame bags. I've managed to squeeze another 3-litre in the camelback, and repacking some things, so I've got much more food on the bike than I usually have. I've got 5 2-minute noodles, my favorite evening meal. I've got porridge for at least 3 days. I've got bars for 2 days. I've got bread and peanut butter. So fingers crossed I'll be well prepared for the Nullarbor with that stuff from that side, and I think my mind's ready to do it. in a stage of the trip where I've weathered so many things, had some really tough times, I had some wonderful times, and you know, I'm just looking forward getting the desert out of the way, getting the Nullarbor out of the way, and I'm really counting as well to hit Asia and just to be close to Europe. I've been away for more than 6 months now. I'm not getting homesick, but I'm kind of get the feeling that, you know, in 6 months time I want to be back, I want to be home. Good morning here from the apex, it's called. It's the highest point of the trail, of the rail trail I'm on. Beautiful riding here. A nice change, it's overcast with a forecast of rain, so that doesn't really sound like Southern Australia at all. It's a bit humid, but it's wonderful riding here, so I'm really enjoying it. I had a wonderful stay with Louise and Cassie last night in Waterworld. Good morning from Melrose with hills, and it looks almost like the Melrose in Scotland, which is pretty cool. So Dave and I reckon maybe the Scottish settlers that came here named it after what they knew back from home. Melrose is awesome for mountain biking, and I stayed with Dave last night. Just took a little bit of single track, and we're now riding, oh my god, up a hill. You can sense that. Here in the bike shop, which is awesome, over the edge. Dave's the mechanic here. Dave's awesome as well. And yeah, it's really well stocked, so I'm really I also, it's lovely going around the world and finding lovely bike shops, and this is one of them. It's pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna get quickly replace my Singlespeed with another Singlespeed and check out some of the local trails. So that's what I'm heading out with. Titanium, ooh, super plush. So yeah, over the edge cycles in Melrose. If you are in South Australia, if you're heading towards the Nullarbor, this is one place to check out. If you need any spares or work done on the bike, this is lovely here.
So the trails here in Melrose are on private property, and some really generous landowners allow us access. Yeah, currently we don't have access to the national park, but there's a big amount of land over there. Sort of negotiations are happening, and slowly things are changing, and I hope to have access to the national park, which will give us heaps more land to access and make some really awesome trails, and mountain biking in Melrose will really go off.
A good mountain bike destination is obviously determined on the trails and the area and the scenery and that sort of thing as well, but also being able to I guess showcase a beautiful region and create an atmosphere where mountain bikers and cyclists alike can come and relax. And I think that's been important with our shop, is that we create a space for people to relax, to meet other mountain bikers, other travellers, other cyclists, and maybe go for a ride with them and share their experiences.
I'm now officially in the middle of nowhere here, Port Augusta, about 20 kilometers out. I'm not feeling well, to be honest with you. My biggest mistake I've ever done so far is downing 1.5 liters of iced coffee, strong iced coffee. I felt sick as a dog afterwards. Oh gosh, I think my voice is still asleep. Early start, well, not so early start, but it takes like half an hour, 1.5 hours to get the bike ready and get everything packed up. So I'm here in Iron Knob, where there is not much other than a roadhouse that seems to be closed and a few houses, and what I'm doing. Cycling single speed across the Nullarbor is slightly hardcore, but to put it in perspective, I'm here with Mike, and I've just met Mike on the roadside. I thought I'm going to stop for a chat, because it is really quite lonely up here. There's not much to see other than a couple of trees, and I actually can spot some sheep over there, so there is life on the Nullarbor. But Mike's walking all across Australia?
Around,
yeah. That's amazing. Like, look,
I've already walked up the north, the west coast, north, across to through Catherine, and through the Barclay Tablelands, down the east coast, and here I am on my way home.
So home is in where?
Fremantle.
Fremantle. Okay. And how much do you do on an average basis per day?
30 and 40.
Wow.
I have done more, but
so put that in perspective. 30 and 40 kilometers means I'm doing, if I'm at top-notch speed, I can do 200. This gentleman does a fifth of that walking without gears. I'm here at Yalata, which is in the middle of the Nullarbor now, and this is possibly the sign you see on loads of pictures. Camels, kangaroos and wombats. Yalata is an Aboriginal community, but there isn't any roadhouse here anymore. There's just like a caravan park here where there's really nothing here. So lovely riding today. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy here, a little bit of a wind, but the wind's a tailwind, so I'm going to keep pushing on for the next 92 and make it to Nullarbor Roadhouse and have a nice afternoon there and enjoy myself. Riding here, it's not flat in the Nullarbor so far. The road's dead straight, but it's not flat, it's going up and down all the time, which makes it really enjoyable to ride, and the weather is fantastic for cycling. A bit cloudy, the sun's coming out right now, so yeah, all in all, brilliant ride. Nothing really to be afraid for when cycling across Australia. It's actually a wonderful stretch to cycle here. Amazing surprise, this is my cabin and it's for free! How cool is that? Nullarbor Roadhouse, they're pretty active on Twitter and they followed me, and so I get to stay here for free for tonight. Here at the heart of the Nullarbor National Park, and this is what it is. Big open country. Emotional breakdown here, it was bound to happen. Nullarbor, my tire is just going down. Pumped it up, usually works. This time I hope it works, otherwise I'll just have to change the tubes, which is, it is really not a major thing to do, but you know, you don't want to have this here in the middle of nowhere where there's absolutely nothing and you have like 200 kilometers ahead. So. This is absolutely magic. I'm just stepping away from the cliffs a bit more. I'm right now right next to a huge drop here, and that's the Great Australian Bight. Wow, it's just fascinating place. Like, it's going down like 70 meters down to the sea, and this really nice water. There's heaps of sharks down in the water, so I better not fall down there. Again, it's the next lookout here on the Great Australian Bight. A wonderful view, and I bumped into another cyclist, the second one actually, on the way down here, and he's doing all the dirt roads of Australia, which is an incredible thing to do. I think it would be possibly too hard of a thing for me to do, but this is Owen, who is cycling all the dirt roads in Australia.
Crazy enough.
And he is a bit heavier packed than me.
Just a tiny bit, we're the two extremes.
Yeah.
Super light, super heavy.
But yeah, good time. We rode together for about 15 kilometers, which was good fun. And he's gonna dash off and camp for the night, and I'm gonna carry on another 50 k's I think for tonight.
You want to shower.
So, yeah, I want to shower. Softy. So yeah, good riding, good luck.
Good. See you, mate.
One thing I like about cycling is just to meet other people every now and then, and there's not many up here. I met exactly 2 cyclists on the Nullarbor, and one of them was Irvin. It was a long way to get here, had to walk to the dunes, but wow, just wow, I'm blown away by the beach. This is so nice here. I'm at Eucla at the moment, which is in Western Australia now, and that's an old jetty behind me. That's what I saw. I've seen it on pictures beforehand, so I wanted to come here to take some myself. So this is absolutely mind-blowing. Blown away by the people on the road. I just had a guy stopping and ask if I wanted cold water and some juice, so that's bloody amazing. So gonna shake this and have a cold juice. That's so nice. Just coming up Madura Pass, which is at 123 meters, a whopping 123 meters. Possibly one of the highest hills I had for a long time, and I'm staying in Madura tonight, but I decided to use the sunset and go up here. It's beautiful, it's absolutely stunning, and tomorrow morning it will be dark, so I won't see any of this tomorrow morning. Just somewhere here out of Madura, I think about 15k. Not feeling well. Rock bottom really. Not liking this anymore. Early starts, long rides. Not in the mindset to really ride a bike around the world actually anymore. So it's a tough one, you know, but just wanted to record it. So I have a memory of it, you know. Sometimes it's good to do that. Yeah, much more positive today than yesterday. Yesterday was an absolutely nightmare of a day. I'm here on Australia's longest straight road now, officially rolling down. So far, at least it looks a little bit undulating, which is okay. Long way to go between roadhouses here, 188 kilometers. So today I've decided I'm gonna make my own lunch here and make some coffee on the way. I've got plenty of time left, so I should make it to Baladonia in good time. See ya! Nice sunset here at Baladonia. Officially finished the Nullarbor crossing today in 5 days, 9 hours and 15 minutes, which is pretty good considering that the record looked up in Wikipedia stands at 4 hours, 4 days, 5 hours and 15 minutes I think, so that's not too bad considering I was totally unsupported. And just enjoying this, and then I'm gonna get a bowl of wedges and a beer, and then I'm gonna hit the bed and try to put an early start again tomorrow morning. So that's what life on the road is like. That's my little cabin here. Budget room, as you can see, it's rather Spartan-esque. There's nothing really here. It's a little bunker really. But it's fine, it does the job. It's got a bed and I can sort my stuff out. Just got my stove out and made myself some fresh coffee in the morning, because the place here only opens at 6 and I'll be on the road by then, so just enjoying the coffee. Life's really simple, life's really basic, but I'm kind of enjoying it, and pretty tough that I made it so far on another board, so I didn't really care about the accommodation. Really amazing thing about this trip, and especially a trip across the Nullarbor, is the amount of help and encouragement that people give you. You know, being on a bike up here is a very exotic thing. Within the 7 days I'm riding now from Seduna, and even beforehand, I have seen 2 cyclists over a stretch of almost 1,700 kilometers from Port Augusta. That's basically nothing. So the good thing is, like, people offer, so I just got offered a cup of coffee, and obviously I'm gonna take up the offer, pull in here, have a chat, possibly get something to eat as well, and then keep on. So that's what's really, really fascinating about those trips here and those really remote regions. People really care about you and your well-being on the road. That's my lunch problem solved. Got 2 slices of frozen bread, a can of Pepsi and 2 muesli bars, so that doesn't sound a lot, but it sounds more than I had, so I'll manage to cover the distance to Norseman today, stock up properly on food. Got given all of that by John and Jenny, who I met yesterday at a rest place, and they just pulled on by the roadside, made me a cup of coffee and gave me some biscuits, and it's just those encounters on the journey that make it so worthwhile, that make taking a year off to cycle around the world, which really is a hard thing to do sometimes. It's not an easy thing, but those moments, those are the moments I'll look back to in a year's time and feel really happy about, and also proud that I've done something like the Nullarbor. So, you know, for a journey like this, it's not easy, and you'll have days where you absolutely hate yourself for doing it. But on a day like today, you know, I've done 50k. If a day starts like this, then the rest will be fine. You know, there will be tough bits today, but the tough bits will go away. That's me here in Norseman, cheap hotel, 40 bucks. So I can spend the rest on pizza and beer, which is amazing. Woohoo! There's the sea. I'm back on the water. So nice.